Welcome back to my channel, Classic BW Lovers. This is Junior with Junior Classic BW Bugs here in Black Lake, Ohio. Today this is video number 7 for Sonny the Super Beetle, and today we are going to remove the oil pump. So this is pretty much a tutorial on how to remove your oil pump. For that, we will have to remove these 13mm nuts right here and this plate. You will need for that a 13mm socket, a small ratchet, and a small extension. So one of the things that I like to do is that whenever I remove one of the pieces of the engine, I like to pay attention to the way they were installed. Over time, like I mentioned before in some of the other videos, parts can actually wear and tear. I'm not going to say that that's the case of this one here, but what I did, as you can see, this engine case is upside down. This is where the oil plate goes to, where you can drain your oil off your engine. So you can see it's upside down. So what I did, I took a file and I put a small, like a very small marking here, a very small marking right there. I don't think that it makes any difference, but I just like to CYA, as I like to say, you know, cover my assets by making sure that I install it back in the same manner I took it out. So we're going to proceed to that. We're going to remove all these 13mm nuts. Like so. Take all them 4 nuts, make sure you keep them safe. Take the plate out, and there she is. Looking at it, it seems like there's not very much wear on this one here, so that's a keeper. This is a reusable plate, so that's a good one. All it needs is a little bit of TLC, some cleaning, and you can reuse it. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to place these nuts back in here. I think I'm going to replace these for new ones because one thing I'm going to point out is that where's that little tool I have? Well, anyway, let me show you here. So if you take a close look on these nuts here, at some point there was some kind of a rubber seal here that upon removal of the nut tear, and it's no longer there, so I had to remove those. They look something like this, and it seems like they go in here like that. So I guess I mean, at some point I may even have to replace these or put new O-rings in there. But anyway, for now, I'm just going to keep them right there. Make sure they're safe in case that I have to come up with another idea. So the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to remove these gears from the pump. So you basically take that out, and again, take this one out too. They come out very easy. It's just that they are a little bit slippery because, remember, this is the oil pump. You can grab your 90-degree pliers like so and just pull it out and make sure you don't lose it. For the time being, we're just going to do that. The rest that it's behind here, this part here, is what we call the body of the oil pump. We will not remove that just right now. Before we remove this, we're going to break loose every single 13mm nut on this engine case. So we will take that out. We will also take this one here out, and every single one of them. As well, there are some 17mm bolts that needs to be removed before we can attempt to remove this body here. So I'm going to proceed to go ahead and remove all of those. After I do that, then I will remove this here. Another thing that I will do is I am going to remove the oil pressure valve right here that has a spring inside, and many times what you have to do is get a screwdriver like so, and then put it right there around the edge of that bolt and tap it with a hammer on top. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll go ahead and remove the pressure relief valve and the oil relief valve, pressure relief valve in the back, which is opposite to that one and also parallel with it, okay, on the other side. So for now, that's video number 7. On video number 8, I'll show how we remove these, and then after I show you how we remove these, we'll take a rubber hammer, tap the engine case a couple of times so we can go ahead and pull this body for the oil pump. Until then, Junior out. Bye.